So can you actually go into a coma from eating too much turkey, or is that just something my wife tells me?
What?
One.
Probably the wife, yeah, I'd have to guess.
All right, guys, what's going on? It's Beastly Gamer. I am having trouble talking today. This is gonna be a rough show. I'm just warning you. Like, my brain is like on this mixture of alcohol and tryptophan from the turkey, and they're stuffing literally like filling my head because it's like overflown my. It's been Thanksgiving weekend. I had family here, and
Are they gone yet?
They're gone.
Thank goodness.
They gone. We were talking before the show, and
did you help Jan cook, or did she do all the cooking? How'd they go?
I can peel carrots and potatoes with the best of them. I would have had a strong career in the Army.
Sounds good.
Oh shit, man! I cooked it up, man. I did 2 turkeys. I did a garlic turkey and a traditional baked turkey. I did stuffing, potato salad. I did green peas, homemade macaroni and cheese, collard greens with turkey wings, Cajun turkey wings inside of them. 4 sweet potato pies.
You put the turkey wings in the collard greens?
Yeah, well, it's smoked turkey wings. You buy those separately.
Oh,
They're pre-smoked, and you cook them with the greens, so they actually flavor the meat. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I still got enough food to last a damn week.
Yeah, me too, and I'm super stoked about it, too.
That's the best.
Jan was giving away food. I'm like, what are you doing? You can't give that away.
You keep it all for us. The perfect turkey.
Yeah, I got pictures and stuff on my Facebook page, man. I had a good time. My wife was drinking alcohol-laced smoothies all weekend.
Nice.
So we had a real good time.
We did turkey dinner, right, with like 9 people, like nice big family. For me, that's a big family. And then the next day we went out to eat twice, and then the next morning we went out to eat. I felt like I have eaten enough for the rest of the year. Like I don't actually have to have another meal until January 1st.
Going to hibernation now.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Every time I ate this Thanksgiving, every meal I had, I fell asleep. That normally doesn't happen to me.
Uh-huh.
But you got these plates that are piled this high and all this stuff everywhere, and by the time you get done with half of it, you're damn asleep on the sofa.
Yeah. Yeah. This year I said I'm not gonna eat appetizers. I'm not gonna just because what I normally do is I get so hungry during the day because I always forget to eat breakfast that I'm eating all the appetizers and I sit down for the meal. I'm like, I'm full. You know, in Canada you have Thanksgiving, but it's a week early, right? It's a week earlier than in the United States.
No, it's more than a week. It's a whole month and a half.
Oh, it's a month and a half early?
Thanksgiving in the first half of October, usually around the 12th or 13th. But actually, last night my mom made turkey and mashed potatoes for dinner, so it was pretty much like a little Thanksgiving, and it was good. Yeah.
I told Jay, now that I know what you're capable of, I'm going to expect this every day.
Man. Pushing the limits. So
holding out.
What is it that you guys celebrate in Canada? What is the Thanksgiving all about? It's not just to match America, I'm sure. What is it that holiday signifying for you guys?
It's basically, I think it would just be the same as America. I mean, we're thankful for all the things we have in our lives and our day-to-day and everything, and we usually just have, turkey and mashed potatoes with gravy and cranberry sauce. It's basically the same thing, just a little earlier. So
Sweet. All right, I was just curious. I've never been to Canada. I hear there's really nice people out there, though.
Oh, yeah, Canada's great. I love it here.
I can tell you some stories about Montreal.
Yeah, so after this Thanksgiving, guys, I'm going on a diet. I have to. I've been smashing like fucking insane. Not just on Smash Brothers. I've been smashing food left and right, I'm going
on an all-turkey diet.
Well, shit, I'm already on one.
It's the Atkins diet, but it's just turkey, and there's a lot of naps involved.
Right now, I'm on a seafood diet, man. Everything I see, I eat. Like my friend just came over here. My buddy Lewis just came. He just left, and he ate a big plate of food, and then I gave him some sweet potato pie. I cut my second pie. I had to cut me a piece to taste it, and there I go, a whole nother slice.
Yeah.
Good times. So, did you guys get any gaming in over this 4-day weekend?
I did. I got a ton of game in. You want me to go first?
Yeah, I don't know what you guys been doing.
So obviously, I've been playing a lot of Destiny, and I've got a new headset review coming up this week for the Stealth 500, which will be exciting. But I've been playing a ton of Destiny, and since all of my friends have basically migrated away from Destiny over the past month or so, I've been trying to cultivate like a new set of gamers, a new set of relationships inside the game. And what I'm finding is that the culture, the people who are playing Destiny are a friendly, people communicate a lot.
Cannot speak.
Well, disclaimer, he did say at the beginning of the show that he was unable to speak today.
Yes. There's something wrong with my brains.
Turkey on the brain.
But yeah, so I've been having like this great time. I've been going on Reddit and just like meeting people for the first time in Reddit and forming a 6-man raid group with nobody I've ever met before and clearing the raid in Destiny with like random people. Like it's incredible experience. Like I'm coming from the Call of Duty community, right? Because that's what I've been immersed in for the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. Where, you know, there's definitely a community there. There's definitely some good people there, but a lot of what you get in the chat is very toxic.
Very negative.
Yes. Coming into Destiny, it's almost like a culture shock. You know, a lot of the times I play Call of Duty, especially when I'm playing by myself and I don't have any, you know, buddy I know on my friend speak list or my team speak or, you know, I'm not talking to anybody. I will turn off chat altogether. I will literally go through each person and mute everybody before the game even begins because, you know, nothing good is going to come of it.
Yeah.
In Destiny, I never do that. They've added new chat functionality into it, and I find myself using it a lot. You know, with random people, you get paired up with 2 people randomly in the Strike playlist, and I find that I'm communicating with these people. We're having talks about Star Wars. We're having talks about, you know, like, oh, where are you from? I'm from, you know, Norway. Oh, really? Okay, so is that little one that's like way up high, or is that Iceland, or... You know, I'm like learning geography here. Like, it's incredible.
Education with BriarRabbit.
Yeah, I've been so happy to like meet new people and like, you know, have these conversations. They're not necessarily Destiny related. It's just like I'm so impressed with the community inside Destiny that I've been having a ball. So I'm actually going to make a video about how to meet new people in Destiny.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. Now, a question. You mentioned a moment ago that Destiny has incorporated new chat features? Or
yeah,
abilities?
So when it first launched, if you got paired up in a strike, you didn't have any way to communicate with these people unless you sent them like a friend request or something. Now you can actually turn your fire team chat on, and if the other people do it too, you have to opt into it. It doesn't turn on by itself. But if you opt into it, you can talk with people that you just randomly get match made with, which is great. You know, because you're playing a cooperative game sometimes, and it's nice to be able to, you know, talk to the people that you're trying to cooperate with.
Sweet, sweet. Yeah, I know you've been playing Destiny. I've been watching your videos, man. That game has got you by the gonads, and all for good reason, right?
Oh my God, we didn't have a show last week. I got to talk about the Iron Banner. The Iron Banner was stupendous. Did you guys get a chance to jump into the Iron Banner at all?
No, I was just playing Crucible.
Just playing the Crucible. So last week they released version 2 of the Iron Banner, which is basically you bring in all the gear that you've got from, you know, exotic weapons, exotic armor, raid weapons, like all of that stuff. It all matters in the Crucible in this Iron Banner playlist. So level 30s are just stomping on level 20s. You know, it's just it's not a fair fight. And that's kind of the fun of it. So you bring in all your best weapons, all your truly leveled up weapons, and you go in there and you fight, and you get special rewards. So every time you win a match, you get 50 reputation points. Just like any other Vanguard vendor, you could spend them with the Iron Banner Vanguard rep, and you could buy different weapons or different armor or different shaders or anything like that, you know. You can even get level 30 armor, which is hard to get in that game unless you raid a lot. So it's the only way I've seen to actually earn level 30 armor. You could also, if you lose though, you'd get a coin that was redeemable for reputation points, but only after you won a match. So that kept people in the matches even if they were losing because they knew that they would get that coin that would be then redeemable once they did win a match. So it created an environment that was so competitive. Like, in one of my videos, I talked about a game that I was in. We were down by like 2,000 or 3,000 points. It was unwinnable, right, in any other circumstance, because your team would start quitting out, and just people wouldn't care. But people are so dedicated to winning that we came back in that match and we won it, and it was like such a feel-good moment. It was just so much fun because there was so much reward for winning matches that it made people really try hard. It was so much fun to bring in your exotics and see how they competed in the Iron Banner too. I got a Plan C, a Pocket Infinity. The Suros regime was very popular. The hand cannons were very good. It was a ball. Like, I had a blast in there.
Sounds great.
It was really fun.
Yeah, I actually have been wanting to get back into Destiny. These last 4 days have been pretty stupendous for me. I've had an opportunity to kind of step away from my normal routine, watch movies with my wife and kids, play video games, and this week I played Destiny. I finished The Evil Within. I did my review of that game. That's up on the channel. I played Smash Brothers, and I even got back into Call of Duty and The Last of Us. And so playing Call of Duty and The Last of Us, those two, before and after one another, are very destructive on your fingers because it's totally different play styles. And I really felt what you were saying when you and I played, because I was playing Advanced Warfare and getting back into that, the strafing, the exo movement, and then I went to then I went to The Last of Us, and I really felt like my hands were going to break trying to reacclimate my fingers back into that mode. It was so different.
Yeah.
But I kind of had an experience like you did when you were playing Destiny, meeting people. I met some guys playing The Last of Us who really made the game for me. It was a group of people who all talked, and they all had good personalities. Their names are Tesla Tickles, shout out, 11 Eyes, and Shelta Tornado. And these three guys, we stayed together and played for hours, and we talked and had a good time. And like you, we were talking about where we were from, what the weather was like way up north, a couple of the guys from Canada. And I gotta say too that The Last of Us, their community as well is very mature. People seem to work together really well, especially if you start out the game, you're on a team with other people. You open your mouth and say, hey, look, let's work together. You'll hear people say, I got you, man. And all of a sudden, you've got this communication. I'm over here. I see enemies over there. I need help. All these things that really make that game experience so wonderful. And I found what I call the dream team on that game, and I just wanted to give them a shout-out. But The Evil Within, I played that, finished it. I was a little let down by that game, just a little bit. It wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be, but it was still a good game. Smash Brothers, I think I'll be playing that forever. I just got done playing that for 2 hours right before the show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Smash Brothers, man, is now Wii U's #1 selling game of all time.
Also, their only game currently available.
Yeah.
Very slim pickings there. Yeah.
I was pretty happy to hear that they had sold 490,000 units in the first 3 days, which is pretty good for, I guess, the Wii U when you consider how many consoles they have actually on the install base. But before that, it was Mario Kart 8, and they took that title relatively quickly. But Smash Brothers Brawl on the GameCube had 12 million sold to date. And there's only 7 million Wii U's sold to date, so we'll see what happens. I think Wii U's problems is actually getting the Wii U's into the homes.
Yeah, but games like this, I think, are helping.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot of excitement about this Smash Brothers game. A lot.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite Smash Brothers experience. I'm still kicking ass. Just ask Unreal Gamer or 9 to 5 Gamers.
I would love to. I would love to.
Yeah, they found out. Yeah, they found out.
It's all. I want to see a live match. I want to see a commentated match between you and Not Too Nerdy. If all the trash talking you two have done between each other on this show, I want to see that happen. I sent him a message.
I messaged him on Thanksgiving Day and I said, "Please tell me you're playing Smash." Yeah, he's dodging me. I sent him a message. I said, "Please tell me you're playing Smash today." He responded, "LOL, Happy Thanksgiving." My Wii U's at my mom's house. I said, God damn it. I want to play you, man. But I played Justin probably 10 times. He didn't win any games. I played Marco. I played Marco probably about 7 or 8. He won the very first game. I was shocked.
Uh-huh.
He was like, yeah, I'm feeling myself now, Beastly, and every game after that, he just got completely demolished.
Well, my prediction is that Beastly was using bitch bombs.
It just popped into my head. I'm like,
Fireball.
oh yeah.
It's the Mario Fireball, baby. But I had a great time playing these video games this week. It's been a long time since I've actually been able to just kind of unwind, relax, cook good food, eat good food, watch new movies, and play video games. And that's really what I wish I could do with my life. But unfortunately, you got to be an adult and do stupid shit.
What
about you, Robbie?
Yeah, I've been getting a ton of gaming in this week. Like I've been juggling between Dragon Age and Grand Theft Auto and Far Cry and Middle of Earth. Like so many games that just come out. Like
damn.
All right,
yeah,
you're gonna have to slow this one
Yeah,
down.
you gotta,
Robbie,
yeah.
I wanna talk about each of these games. So
Yes.
can we talk about Dragon Age first?
Dragon Age.
I didn't pick this up. I was planning on buying this day one, right? Because I really liked the first game. I was looking forward to this. I just haven't had time to play it. So talk to me about this. Like, is it more like the first game? Is it more like the second game? Is it all politics and boring? What's going on here?
From what I know, they kind of took the best elements of Dragon Age 1 and 2. I've never played those games before, so I basically jumped into... Yeah, I basically jumped into Inquisition fresh, like with a fresh mind. I've never played the first two, didn't know what to expect. And it does have a lot of dialogue-heavy moments in the story, but you have, obviously, the different dialogue options like they have in Mass Effect and all that, because it's a BriarRabbit game, you gotta have that. But outside of that, like, the combat's excellent. There's just tons of open world to explore, lots of quests. Like, the game is gigantic. It's massive. Like, there's at least a couple 100 hours of gameplay in there. That's what they've been touting. So I'm absolutely having a blast with the game. It's fantastic. If you're a big RPG fan, like open world gamer, just pick it up. It's so good.
All right. How about I watched a video of it where somebody was playing, and it was like the movement speed in the open world. It's a huge world, right?
Yeah.
Like the movement speed seemed obscenely slow. Is that
It
do you have
is.
a problem with that?
Well, it is because there's no sprint, of course, but it's not one massive world you can explore,
It's
one
multiple.
sandbox. It's not like
Multiple
Elder
maps.
Scrolls where it's like one giant world you can run across. There's multiple sections you can go to, and you have to fast travel to them, but they each have their own individual areas. So there's like basically like 10 or 12 different areas, but they're all these massive sections of map with tons of quests, tons of things to go see and do. So,
Okay. Are you mostly walking around solo, or do you have like a whole party that you're
You have
walking
a
around
party.
with?
No, every time you go to the war table and you choose
can pick.
where you want to go, what missions you want to go, you choose your Inquisition,
Yeah.
which is your party. You choose what people come with you, so you can choose your party members, and you can switch between them as well. Like, you don't have to just play as your character. You can switch between them on the fly. They all have their own upgrade trees. Like, you can upgrade them just like your character.
Mm-hmm.
There's tons of depth in the game. Like, it's fantastic. I'm really enjoying it.
Now,
And you said over 100 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
That's what they've been touting,
That's
and
what
I
everybody's
would
been saying
definitely
that,
believe
yeah.
it. I definitely believe that by how many quests I keep running into. Like, every time I go to a new area, there's quests everywhere. Like, my quest log is so filled, I'm just overwhelmed. I don't know what to do because there's just so many missions. And
How's the world feel? Does it feel like it's fleshed out? Is it a place you really want to explore your character interactions with, or do you feel like you're doing a bunch of fetch quests all the time?
it kind of varies because the environments are very good. Like, you have the snowy mountains, you have like the storm coasts, you have the hinterlands, which is basically like a wooden area with rams and stuff running around and bears and all that. Then you have some quests which kind of are like little fetch quests, like go find this small thing, kind of basic fetch quest. But there are other quests that kind of devolve and are surprisingly robust for such a simple side quest. Like, it just becomes more and more as you continue on.
And this is the first Dragon Age that actually has a real open world. And even though there are subsets of a gigantic open world, it's not linear like the original Dragon Age or Dragon Age 2.
I'd say the world is somewhat linear, like each area you go to. It's not like gigantic open like that. Like, it is sort of linear paths you take, but these paths are in this one big area. So it's not like you can move from one side to the other and no problem. You just kind of have to find the path to go along.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I know that when IGN reviewed this game, the reviewer had played 80 hours at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that he hadn't even come close to finding everything in the game. So that's probably this is what I think. This will probably be the last game I buy this year. Dragon Age Inquisition. There's only so much time you got in the world, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that game will keep me occupied. And plus, Dragon Age Origins was my favorite one. And from what I'm understanding, everybody is thinking that this is actually the evolution of that game type.
Everybody is saying Inquisition so far is the best Dragon Age to date. I mean, the story itself, they say, takes 90 hours to complete. Vincent Genito of IGN said it took him 90 hours just for the story. That's not including all the side quests and other things you can do. So,
Did you see Morrigan yet? Did you Morrigan is in the
character
game.
from the first.
Yeah, did you see her yet in your playthrough?
Yeah, I've already ran into Morrigan. I'm not too sure because I haven't played the other games, but yeah, I've already run into her.
She had a really nice ending on my game in Origins. All right.
What up?
Yes. So, Far Cry 4. What are your thoughts, Robbie?
Oh, just so damn good. That's all I can say. If you played Far Cry 3, you love that game, go buy Far Cry 4. It is so freaking good. That game is an insane amount of fun. Like, I cannot stop playing it. Like,
I got a chance to play this too with the share play functionality. That game is sick.
2-player co-op, like just going hunting animals, taking outposts in the back of an elephant, like that is just the most goddamn fun in the world. That game is insane amounts of fun.
Dude, what's up with those birds though, man?
Yeah, you'll be walking along a path.
Fuck those birds.
Some attack you from above. Like, yeah, it's intense. You make your own story in this game. Like, you never know what's going to happen. You might be running and suddenly you get attacked by a pack of wolves out of nowhere and a rhino charges you. Like, it's intense, it's scary, and it's just a lot of fun.
The guy I was playing with, he put down, I think it was C4, like between him and the rhino, and then shot the rhino in the face. The rhino comes charging at him. Was it a rhino or a hippo? I think it was a rhino.
Rhino.
The rhino comes charging at him, runs into the C4, and just blows the fuck up.
That was the best way to handle bears in the game, too. Like, you just put a pack of C4, they run at you, boom, they just fly through the air. Like, yeah, problem solved. That's how you deal with the bears in Far Cry. C4.
So
yeah, that game is awfully fun.
You said you've been unable to stop playing Far Cry 4. Does this mean that you're having a tug-of-war between Dragon Age and Far Cry?
More than that, I've been having a tug-of-war of that and GTA and Middle of Earth I'm trying to play. Like, it's just a lot to juggle right now. And I also got Little Big Planet as well. Like, there's just a lot of games to play. So I've been dividing my time up between all those.
What are your thoughts on Little Big Planet? Now, I heard some kind of mixed reviews on this one. I have the previous games in the series. But I heard some reviews, and I don't necessarily go by reviews all the time, but if I hear multiple reviews kind of in the same avenue, then that becomes the consensus in my mind. What are your thoughts on the game?
It's basically the same scenario I would give Far Cry 4. If you like Little Big Planet, or you love it, you're going to love Little Big Planet 3. It's basically just more of the same. You know what to expect, but that's not a bad thing, because Little Big Planet's a great game. I really enjoy it.
I think they made a horrible decision with Little Big Planet 3, and they made it backward compatible with all the user-created levels for 1 and 2.
Bad?
Because they need to change that jump mechanic. Bad. The jump mechanic in that game is bad. It feels like you're disconnected from your character. It feels floaty. It feels imprecise. It feels like, come on, just change it. You know, just make it better.
Yeah, certainly. The floaty jump is still here, but it's kind of an acquired taste. Like, I personally don't mind the jumping. I find it just fine, but some people are definitely turned off by it, and I can see why.
But I was looking it up, and usually the people who don't like the floating mechanic in Little Big Planet hate bitch bombs in The Last of Us.
That's true. So. There's a correlation. Normally, people who hate both of those things have good taste and are good looking.
And this applies 99% of the time.
Yes.
Wow, so Robbie, you really do have a really full plate right now, man, and that's something I try to avoid. The games that you I try to avoid getting too many good games at one time. You didn't mention Assassin's Creed either. You got Unity as well, right?
That was really the week before.
That's only a fucking week, man.
Well, that's true, but the thing is, because I got Far Cry and Little Big Planet and Dragon Age, all that, like, on the same day pretty much, like, all around the same time. Unity was like a week or two before that, so that's why I didn't include that. Because kind of already beaten the game, and I've played quite a lot of it, so I'm kind of just moving on to other stuff.
Unity's just leveling out that dresser he's got behind him, keeping all four legs level. Just slid under the left and right one.
So, yeah, I've really been curious about whether or not you saw any of those glitches that a lot of people were having in Unity, and what you think about that.
Well, it's Assassin's Creed. You're going to run into something. I mean, I've had it happen a couple times where I jumped off a building onto the ground floor. I was falling through the world, and I got disconnected. I'm like, this sucks. Like, they got to fix this shit.
Did they patch all the stuff that made people's skin on their faces invisible? Or is it
I want to know how they got that deal made between Ubisoft and Activision to get Xur into Ubisoft game.
A lot of money. That's all I could say about that. A lot of money.
There was actually,
I was really impressed.
There were people protesting online, people who wanted Ubisoft to give them refunds for this game because they felt like they absolutely shipped an unfinished game.
Well, I feel like stopped taking pre-orders for the DLC, and they have announced that they're going to give something away for free.
Oh, they did. So they're trying
They did the right thing about that. Yeah, they're giving the Dead Kings DLC away for free, which is a really smart move on their part because a lot of people are having the frame rate drops. I've had that on PS4. The frame rate is god-awful. And it's not because the system can't handle it, because it's random. Like, there will be nobody around, nothing going on in the game, and it almost crashes. Like, it's just terrible. It's a poorly optimized game. It absolutely needed more time because it does not run well. The game is great. Like, I really like Unity. I like the core game a lot, but it's just got a lot of problems they got to fix.
The weird thing is it Rogue that came out for the older systems?
Yeah, it's supposed to be better.
Supposed to be a better game.
That's what they're saying, yeah.
I haven't played either, so I can't comment on it, but, I mean, to be honest with you, it looks like a more fun game.
It looks like more Black Flag, and that game was phenomenal.
That game was great. That game was really fun.
I think that the whole twist on the Assassin's Creed genre, kind of turning it on its ear, is being a part of the Assassin's Creed, I guess, guild or whatever they're called, and going against them. You know, and
is that what you do with Rogue?
He's an assassin turned Templar, the guy you play as. So you kind of get to see both sides of the story.
They lost me with the story in that game a long time ago.
When I first saw Assassin's Creed back when the Xbox 360 and the PS3 first got it, I thought it was one of the best looking games ever. I mean, my buddy of mine had it, and I was like, shit, I'd probably need to buy this game. And then when I started playing it, I was like, it's convoluted. It's starting to go kind of over my head a little bit. I'm aware of the Illuminati and Freemasonry and the Scottish Rite and all this stuff, but they started throwing all this shit at me, and I was like,
don't say Illuminati on the internet, man. We're going to get in deep shit.
Yeah.
Careful.
Yeah, we will. We'll get millions and millions of views. That's what will happen. But, yeah, Assassin's Creed for me hasn't ever really been on my radar as far as games that I must play. I was considering getting Far Cry 4, but I figured if I wanted a game to last me probably to the end of the year.
Just buy Far Cry. It's so good.
Yeah, it is. It's
Dragon Age. I got Far Cry 3. I think Far Cry 3 is a great game, but from what I'm understanding, Far Cry 4 is more or less the evolution of that type of game.
It is.
It's more of the same, and I'd rather have more Dragon Age Origins than I would Far Cry 3.
Here's the one argument I would pose to this is that Far Cry is hot right now, and there's cooperative in that. So you're going to want to be playing that cooperatively. You're at least going to want to try it cooperatively while people are still playing it. Mm-hmm. Dragon Age, you know, you can hit that game up in August of next year. It's going to feel just as fresh, and you're not going to have to worry about is there still a community in this game.
Okay. That's a really, really good point. Something I want to bring up to you guys. I got the little GameCube controller peripheral for the Nintendo Wii U.
Yeah.
The little peripheral that you plug the controller in. And it was $20 from GameStop.
Yeah. How much did you sell it for on eBay?
I didn't sell it. I got mine, brother.
So for $100.
The funny thing is, I was just reading an article on it. You can't find it for less than $70 on Amazon or eBay.
Yeah.
Less than 70 is between $70 and $100.
Yeah.
So if anybody needs one, I got one for sale for $200.
Great bargain price.
Yeah.
Well, so you're playing it with the adapter and the GameCube controller?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, with Smash Brothers, you can play it so many different ways. You can use the GameCube controller. You can use the Wii Pro controller. You can use the Wii nunchuck and pad. You can use the Wii U controller, or you can use the gamepad, or you can use a 3DS, which is really weird to me. But I guess a lot of people who initially got the game on 3DS, like yourself, Mr. Rabbit, who got used to playing on the 3DS, can actually connect that to the Wii U and play that way. Which is, they gave gamers tons of options. I think that was really, really awesome.
Mm-hmm. Options are better. I like configurable controls. That's why Last of Us will always be upsetting to me.
Oh, okay. I can sleep with upsetting, but it's still, that game is still, man. If I could vote it Game of the Year right now, I would.
Well, we're gonna talk about Game of the Year, I think, later in this show.
Okay, but
we need to start. We need to start a yearly tradition here of the Beastly Thoughts Game of the Year.
I agree with that.
We're gonna have to settle on some rules and some regulations, and we'll hash that out later in the show.
We'll talk about that in the end or something.
Yeah.
Now, another game that we all have, and I haven't been playing that much of. I want to know if you guys have been getting into it. Advanced Warfare. Have any of you guys been playing that, or kind of fleshing it out, or has that ship kind of sailed?
It's hard right now because there's been so many games coming out. Like you said, basically, I remember you brought up a point about I have so many games to play right now. How do I balance all that? Well, that's not such a bad problem because when I want something to play, it's right there. There's so many games to choose from, and I'm having a ball right now playing everything. So I haven't been to Advanced Warfare. I just haven't played that game in a couple of weeks. I thought it was phenomenal. Sledgehammer did an amazing job with that game. It's fantastic, but I just haven't gone into it because I'm just enjoying everything else. I'll probably go back to it at some point because I really love Call of Duty and I love Advanced Warfare. But
I think you know what it is. There's a disconnected personalities. When my wife can have 4 books going at any point in time, she can be reading 4 different books, right?
8?
Once I start a book, I finish it.
Same
right?
here.
Yeah. Right, and that's how I play games too. Is I play a game, and if it's Call of Duty, and I play it for a year, maybe I'll get briefly distracted by another game, but like I want to finish that book. And that's how I am with Destiny right now. Advanced Warfare, it just hasn't grabbed me like previous Call of Duties have. Initially it was a blast with the new movements. I think they did the controls perfectly. Like, I can't think of a game since maybe Halo Combat Evolved that changed the way a controller was used in such a stunningly good way.
That movement is phenomenal.
Using the left stick was a stroke of genius. Like, it was just beautiful. It's beautiful. It's so intuitive. You get good at it immediately, However, true scale matchmaking, bad lag, there's a bunch of stuff in that game that's just it's sour to me. And until they kind of patch it up, get it ready for prime time, I'm just not into it.
Oh, well, I kind of gotta agree with you there, Briar. I'm the exact same way when it comes to playing a game through to completion. I can't have 5 great games in front of me and play one and say, "Oh, that was great."
Well, listen, I got something quick to say. I usually would be the same way too. I get 1 or 2 games and I play them till completion.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just a rare opportunity where I'm just.
I hope you know it's. I'm not trying to insult you, Robbie. It's just like my wife does the same thing with books. Her personality and her way of.
She's able to multitask
content
better than I am.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm just saying I usually just do 1 game at a time until completion, but this one time it's kind of like, no, I'm just
It's pretty cool, yeah. Well,
it's
actually,
like
if you're having fun with it, yeah.
Something from each little pile of food on your plate.
Until you get that itis and pass out. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, Robbie. I think it's great that you're having a lot of fun playing these games. It's just like me. When I got Smash Brothers, I came home immediately, turned it on, and started playing it. And I was looking, I had like 1.5 chapters left of The Evil Within. I was like, man, fuck that game. I was like, shit, I'm so far at it. I at least got to see the ending. And I was like, damn it. So I stopped, and I took the time that it took to finally beat The Evil Within before I could kind of immerse myself in the experience that was Smash Brothers. And especially a game that has like deep story. I couldn't play Fallout 3 and Skyrim at the same time. I could not do it.
That's impossible.
Yeah, I couldn't play a good game like that. I couldn't play Dragon Age Origins or, a Fallout game or a game that has a different story. I have to be in that world to kind of experience, kind of get the whole meaning of the game rather than play one and this is fun and go play another. I just can't do it. It's really hard for me to do it. I'm not saying that I'm right or you're wrong. It's just that for you it's easier. You can compartmentalize the gameplay and the experience. For me, it's like one lasting thing. When I see the credits, I'm done. When I played Infamous Second Son. I was totally into the experience. The game was mediocre, but I was really into the experience. I didn't play anything else. And then finally the credits rolled, and it's been inside the case since I beat the game. I just can't do the back and forth unless it's like a shooter. Games like Call of Duty, games like Battlefield, Halo, Destiny, you can kind of do that because it's a similar experience. You're not really going any further into the story. It's just a shooting experience. But games that have story like Far Cry, like Dragon Age, Assassin's Creed, they actually require you to channel some thoughts and brain power to absorb the experience. And it's hard for my brain to compartmentalize.
I forget the story, right? I forget what's going on in the story, and then I get confused when I restart the game. Like, wait, why?
Where am I?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I go back to Call of Duty.
Back to Call of Duty. Don't need no story. Shoot some Christmas noobs.
Yeah. Ooh, Christmas noobs. That's coming.
They're coming.
Less than a month to go. Yeah, we're getting there.
Is there a Christmas noob song? I think we should write one if there's not.
I'll do it.
Let's make the Beastie Thoughts Christmas noob song.
Yeah.
That's right. These are a few of my favorite things.
When the Christmas noobs come around on holiday cheer.
Grandma got run over by a Christmas noob.
Okay. A little too far. We'll scale it back.
Best show on fucking internet, man. So I'm thinking now that all the really good games have already dropped this year.
Yeah. I
It's
think
over.
so.
It's over, so there's nothing else to look forward to.
We got
besides
The
games.
Crew early December, but that's probably going to be pushed back. I mean, I don't know. I don't see it coming out then.
Got Destiny DLC coming out early December.
Oh, I know you're all over that, Briar.
Yeah, Dark Below. Yeah.
Mhm.
All over that. I love the Dark Below. Oh, you're talking about the game. Okay.
That got weird.
Yeah, what was that about? I'm lost.
Sorry, Robbie. You got to be 14 and older to understand that one.
Well, I am 14 older. I turned 18 last week, motherfucker. Come on. Jesus.
I love you too, Robbie.
Okay, let's just pretend this never happened. Let's move on.
Wash
I
our
feel embarrassed
hands
now.
up, man. Oh, God. So what are you guys looking forward to now that all these great games have come out? We played them all. If we're going to talk about our favorite game of the year, I'm all for that. Maybe we can set a few rules. The game has to have come out this year. It can't be,
Maybe
it
some
can't
potential
be
nominees.
like The Last of Us. Well, yeah. Who would you guys nominate? Let's just start off.
I think we should start off with categories, right? We can't just like bust into the game of the year conversation.
No, but I'm just saying,
Come
like,
on, let's get best soundtrack of the year. You know, let's get that out of the way.
Well,
Maybe best performance by a character actor under 4 foot tall. Let's start with that.
that goes with Dragon Age because the dwarves.
That only works with Dragon Age.
Yeah, because all the dwarves in that game, little people.
Best game featuring Nolan North.
That's gonna be a long list.
Yeah.
And Troy Baker too. He's fucking everything. Like,
Best game of the year that's not Destiny. Yeah, I mean, like, seriously though, like, best graphics of the year, maybe best remake of the year. I think that'd be a strong category.
well, I was
this
just
year.
thinking of standout games that we've played, like just honorable mentions. You know what I mean? That's what I meant. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Well,
I think
I'm
Last
sure,
of Us, the remake for Last of Us has to be in there, right?
of course, it would have to be.
I would think that GTA, the remake for GTA, has to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah.
do you take out remakes? You know, like re-releases of
Well,
games.
that'd be a
updated.
nice new subcategory.
New category, best remaster.
Yeah, best remaster. You could do something like that.
They're actually doing that at the Game Awards. That's one of the categories, best remastered game. I
Yeah.
should get
Then how do you judge that? Like, most improved or just the best overall game?
most improved, I guess. Yeah, or best
Yeah,
graphics.
I guess it would be most improved because graphically is an improvement. All the DLC is an improvement. All these other things that they may add to it.
Yeah.
Frame rate, like The Last of Us, improvement.
Yeah.
And my nomination for best remake, The Last of Us, remastered for PS4.
That shocked me. I just peed a little bit.
I'm a trendsetter, man.
Whoa, okay.
Now they just remastered. I'm trying to think of the name of it. The game that takes place.
Grand Theft Auto?
No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
the one that takes place in Asia, and you're an Asian character. I think. God, I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Yakuza?
No. Damn it, Robbie, you should help me. You should know this one.
I don't. So
It
we're
came out
gonna
on
screw this
PS3
up.
and 360, and it is kind of an Asian.
Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was remastered. It looked fucking
For
phenomenal.
PC, right?
No, for PS4 and Xbox One.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they remastered that. So that would be one. But how many of these have we actually tried? I think the only ones that we've actually tried would be GTA.
Oh, we don't have to have played them to vote. I mean, this is pure. Why would we start getting professional about this show?
What kind of logic is that? Why would we actually play a game and know how good it is? What sense does that make?
Why? I mean, have you read reviews for video games? Why should we buck the trend of not playing games to review?
I don't know.
What makes you so high and mighty all of a sudden? Your ethics.
Oh shit! But there have been some really good remakes. But Tomb Raider wouldn't be there because that came out last year, correct?
Yeah, that came out in. Did it?
Yeah.
No, that was this year. The
That was this year.
remastered
Are you sure?
one.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it was January. Yeah, it was really early in the
Okay,
year.
well, that would be in the conversation.
Feels
Last
long ago,
of Us,
doesn't it?
Sleeping Dogs. There's only really 4 notable remakes. Sleeping Dogs, Grand Theft Auto.
Metro Redux.
There's 5. Metro Redux,
Mm-hmm.
The Last of Us, and Tomb Raider. So.
Well, Halo 2, the Master Chief.
Halo, the best.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you guys. How did you forget that? I was sitting here the whole time. I'm like, are we gonna mention Halo at all?
That's where I thought he was going with the Asian guy set in Asia.
What the hell?
How did you get there?
Imagine that shit.
They never took the mask off. You don't know.
You could be Asian under there.
Imagine like if
Real
they
Black
did a
Jesus.
cut scene and he took off his helmet and it was like Sulu from Star Trek.
Hey now.
This is getting really racist. Let's get out of here.
Damn it. Okay, so with Halo Master Chief Collection,
It's weird.
okay, there's 6 games, and with Halo the Master Chief Collection, that's the only game I think that could compete personally with The Last of Us.
Are you kidding me? That game is not even in a functioning state right now.
Well, with all the stuff that you get that functions right now, it's still worth it. I mean,
I guess, I mean, I like the single player in Halo, right? Like, I love it. But that's half of the game, and the other half of the game you can buy, but you can't play.
I own it, but it doesn't run.
Yeah. That game, they actually have said that, like, the head of the Microsoft Games division has set up an office in 343 Studios.
Phil Spencer?
Until this gets fixed.
Holy shit! Really? I thought by now they would. I thought by now they would have had this issue resolved.
This is not resolved. This is not resolved.
Damn.
It's crazy too because you're Microsoft and this is Halo.
Your flagship. This is your baby. You can't screw this up.
You can't screw this up, and they did. Yeah, they totally did.
Wow.
If this happens with Halo 5, shit's gonna hit the fan. Like they just can't do that.
That beta is right around the corner too.
Yeah, that's true. If that doesn't work, that's gonna be catastrophic. Like
just when Microsoft started to do so well.
And like, you know what's weird too is that Halo's never really had a rotten launch. They've had launches where the Xbox Live system couldn't handle the user base, but they've never themselves had like a really bad launch.
Yeah. This
is really bad. Like this is like SimCity bad.
You have this game, don't you, Briar?
Yeah, I do.
When's the last time you tried to get online?
I haven't tried. I'll bet in 2 weeks.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I haven't tried. They've patched it since then, but from what I understand is it's not fixed yet.
So the original experience, just until they actually have it totally fixed, you're not going back in there.
Well, to be honest with you, Beasley, I don't see myself playing a whole lot of multiplayer in Halo. The championship or the Master Chief Edition anyway. I have new games with updated play mechanics that I'm more into. And I loved Halo 2 multiplayer and Halo 3 multiplayer, but I mean they feel so archaic now. What I really bought that game for was to go back into the single player and re-experience the first and second game and a little bit of the third again.
Now,
And on that level, it's a very successful game.
I would love to play Halo 1's multiplayer online, because it wasn't possible. So that'd be the only new experience. But I totally agree with you about the arcade controls. I actually felt that tenfold this week playing The Evil Within. That game, it looks okay. It doesn't look great by any stretch of the imagination, but the controls are so similar to the old school Resident Evil. Resident Evil 4, it's almost like exactly when this game was made, Resident Evil 4 was made, and there's no real change in the way the game is controlled, and it feels that way. It feels like you're playing a dated engine. It feels like maybe they started making this game 10 years ago, and finally Shinji Mikami said, well, with this new hardware, let's try to finally let it come out. But nothing about the way the game played felt new. And so I really felt like I was playing an older, less exciting or successful Resident Evil game.
That's weird, too. You were hyped about the game kind of the first half of it, weren't you?
I think maybe the first three missions, the first three chapters I'd played when we had talked about it. And over the last 2 weeks I went on and beat it. But I ended up beating it the night before last. And at the end of it, I felt really, really let down. I mean, I gave the game a 7 in my review. So by no stretch of the imagination, it's a terrible
7 out of what,
game.
12?
7 out of 24. No, 7 out of 10.
7, oh, okay.
7 out of 2,000. It's trash. Borderline unplayable.
That's a fucked up rating system. I gave
Only
it
in Canada.
You gotta trade like that.
Something
Only
that's screwed up. Yep.
I gave it a 7 out of 10, and the reason I give it a 7 out of 10 is because even with the issues, I had some real frame rate issues with this game as well. When there was a lot of enemies on the screen or wide open areas, the game would chug. I'm talking about maybe 20 frames per second. It got that slow. Even my wife noticed. She was like, "What's going on?" I said, and on top of that, they letterboxed the entire game. So
that was a weird decision, wasn't it?
Yeah, I gotta totally agree with Not Too Nerdy said that they were probably having issues getting the game to run full screen because even with it letterboxed, I was getting issues. And the gunplay, aiming directly at an enemy's head, pulling the trigger, then you see the bullet hit right here on the wall. I was like, holy shit! It only happened.
Fallout 3.
It only happened a handful of times, but it was pretty noticeable. And like I said, when stuff like that happens in a game, it kind of takes you out of the experience. And then you look at the character models; they look kind of choppy. It's like they didn't really put in a lot of effort on creating the way these characters look. And there was no expression, during cutscenes. It just made you feel like you were just watching a B movie in a way. And then when the story is this convoluted, I felt like somebody was pouring in paragraphs of a story and putting it into a mixing bowl. Every 5 minutes there was something different, totally going on. You didn't know if you're in reality or here or there. There was no way for them to explain it. And when a game makes you digest a story by you finding little books and pamphlets that you have to read, it takes you totally fucking out of it.
That's very convoluted. Yeah, I wouldn't like the idea of that.
Let me ask you a question. Like, what would you consider the worst Resident Evil game, and what would you consider the best Resident Evil game?
It's really easy. But then the best is going to be hard because Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 are like my favorite two.
That's just easily Resident Evil 4. That was a revolution when that came out. I don't think you can.
2 was a revolution too.
No, see, Robbie's young, so he's speaking from a different place and time than we.
Sorry. I'll stop talking now. I'll just leave. Okay.
All right.
Don't even go there, Robbie.
Don't go there. Sorry. We're fucking old here, okay? We're old, goddammit. Don't go there with your young ass.
I'm very aware of that.
All right. Good. Shit. Bring me my pace, man. Resident Evil 2. When Resident Evil 2 came out, it came out alongside Mario 64, and they both were released right around the same time. And it was a phenomenon. Graphically, it was insane.
Yeah, it was stunning.
It was just an awesome experience, and the story was awesome. And Resident Evil 4 came out, which kind of evolved on that and changed the whole paradigm from the tank controls to third person, and the atmosphere was awesome. The worst Resident Evil for me would probably be, I'm trying to remember the one with Survivor.
Is that one of the shooters?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because out of Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, and 4, my least favorite was 3, Nemesis.
So where would you slide Evil Within? Between what two games on the Resident Evil spectrum?
Okay, from best to least, and I'll slide Evil Within in there. And I'm only going to use Resident Evil. No, I can use 5 and 6. Best Resident Evil is 4. Second is 2. Third is 1. Fourth would be Resident Evil 5.
What?
Fifth,
Where's Code Veronica?
I'm going through the numbers, but damn, Code Veronica's up there. Damn it, you're really scrambling my brain.
You gotta put Code Veronica up above
Yeah,
5.
that's up there. It's up there. Okay, I'm gonna put Code Veronica in it. Okay, best is 4. Second best is 2. Third is Code Veronica. Fourth is Part 1. Fifth would be Resident Evil 5. Sixth would be The Evil Within, and seventh would be Resident Evil 6.
Oh.
Resident Evil 6 sucked donkey balls, and I'd rather play The Evil Within than play that, to be honest.
That's good.
But I mean, Shinji Mikami, I mean, I'm sure he's capable of better. I don't think it's his best work by a long shot. It just feels like they half-assed the experience in a lot of ways. These characters, you don't care anything about them. I don't even remember the main character's name. And then they name his last name Castellanos. Who the fuck can remember that shit?
Pretty sure his name is Sebastian.
Sebastian, yeah. Just name
Sebastian
him
Castellanos. That's
yeah.
weird.
And Ruvik is the main arch enemy. You don't find out anything about him until the very end of the game, and you realize he's just lame as fuck. And then the last boss you fight in the game, you can't lose to him. You can't lose.
Are you sure this is a 7 out of 10 game? I don't really want to play this now after your description. This doesn't sound good.
I didn't want to play it after the first video I saw of it. It looks like garbage, like right from the beginning.
The reason I gave the game a 7 out of 10 is it does succeed in the atmosphere, the enemies, and the playstyle. It feels like Resident Evil 4. You're hiding from enemies. You're being very quiet, stealthy. You can come behind people, stab them in the head. That's fun. But the things that they fucked up on. This game could have been great if they spent 5 minutes creating a real story, or if they.
Or if they had spent more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's been more than
6 minutes minimal.
Yeah.
But the
this
last
feels
boss,
like a 4.5-minute story.
Really, that's all you get. You get a bunch of fucking books that you got to read. And I don't want to read shit. I want.
This story took an average of 4 minutes and 35 seconds to conduct. Great job, guys.
And you know that Shinji Mikami wrote this game because at the end of the game you get a fucking rocket launcher that doesn't seem like it even goes out. You get unlimited ammo basically.
Nice.
And you kill this boss that you can't fucking lose to. And then the way the game ends, not too nerdy, you said it, and I want to say it again, worst ending ever. Garbage.
I've heard it's bad. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like this. Hey, we'll see it.
Did you get a chance to play The Vanishing of Ethan Carter?
Sounds really familiar.
It came out. No. It came out a few months ago. All right. What's next? Oh, Robbie, you put in the notes about the PlayStation experiences starting this week up. What do you think's going to happen during this thing? Like, are we just going to get a bunch of videos about games we already know about? Are we going to get new videos, new trailers? Are we going to hear about?
They're going to announce a game. They're going to announce
a trailer for PlayStation Experience. They said there will be games announced there, so there's definitely going to be at least one of the games announced from Sony's first-party studios. I mean, they have so many development teams that haven't announced their games that are in development. We know they're making PS4 games, so that silence has got to be broken. I kind of actually wanted to go through the list and try and predict which would be. All
right, let's do it.
Because there's been a couple studios that have been silent for a few years now that it'd be easy to pinpoint. I actually got the list right here. So I'm kind of looking at Japan studio right now. Obviously, they're known for like Team Ico and The Last Guardian and all that, which who knows when that game's going to come out. Mm-hmm. They always have games coming out, so they could maybe have something announced there, maybe not.
That'd be nice. We're waiting for The Last Guardian, right?
Yeah, who knows when that's coming out. And then we look at Polyphony Digital. Obviously, they're the Gran Turismo guys. They released Gran Turismo 6 last year.
Yeah, we'll see that the year the PlayStation 5 is released.
Yeah, that might be a while. I don't expect that to be announced here. So, yeah, I'm going to write Polyphony as probably not. Look at Sony Bend. They've actually been quiet for quite a while. The last game they released was Uncharted Golden Abyss on the Vita, and they have been confirmed as developing a PS4 game. So I actually think that's very likely. You may see Ben's game at PlayStation.
Think a new IP, or do you think a?
Well, because you look at their games list, it says TBC, unannounced project for PlayStation 4. So they have a game in development, and they've been silent for a couple of years now. I really think this is possible. We could see their game.
Okay,
I think we could show up. Then we look at Foster City. That's sort of just like a develop helper studio. They kind of just help make some of the other games. Naughty Dog, of course, this is a big one. Everybody loves Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
We know they're working on Uncharted 4 and a lot. We'll see more Uncharted 4. They've confirmed that's going to be there, so no surprise.
You think we'll
San
see anything
Diego.
else from Naughty Dog? Like,
I doubt it. I don't think, because Naughty Dog has 2 development teams. So one team we know is working on Uncharted 4. The other one, we don't know what their next game is going to be. They're the guys who worked on The Last of Us. They have their next game early in production, so we won't see that for quite a while, I don't think.
okay.
So then we move on to Sony San Diego. Obviously, they make all the MLB games. No surprise, there's going to be one next year. You know that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Santa
This
Monica.
one is going to have tackling.
Yeah, to drastically change the game, you know. So.
It's really it's gonna blow the world apart, really.
Then we move on to Sony Santa Monica. They make all the God of War games, and they also help a lot of the different studios out with their games.
When is the last time we saw a God of War game?
In 2012?
13. No, 13, because Ascension came out March 2013. I actually think their game is possible because it's been rumored for a while that they've been working on a new IP. I think this could be a maybe, so I'm going to kind of keep that down.
New IP from the God of War folks.
Yeah, Santa Monica.
I don't know, man. I think the PS4 needs to see Kratos soon. What are you thinking? You think maybe 2016 before we see a new God of
I'm
War?
done with Kratos. I could care less.
But he's angry and he gets beautiful women.
He's been so angry, though. I'm ready for a happy Kratos.
Well, see, I think I'm ready for a reboot of God of War. I think I'm ready to see them do something different with that franchise. So if they do bring Kratos back, do something different this time.
I think they're making Kratos Dance Party. And you can color them.
I would buy that game.
Kratos Dance 2016.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
PlayStation camera compatible.
Morpheus compatible. Now in VR.
Holy shit. You know,
right,
I know
fail,
about...
motherfucker.
All right, so now we move on to Sucker Punch. I don't think we're going to see anything from them because they obviously released Second Son this year. They probably won't release anything for quite a while. London's sort of just another studio that helps the different studios make games. Evolution, they obviously just released Drive Club, which still isn't working, so they're not going to see anything from them anytime soon.
I think they're done. I think they're done. Drive Club is the worst Munson of all time.
I mean, they're going to be working on that game for so long. It's still not working, so obviously we're not going to be hearing from them quite a while in their next game. Guerrilla Games, they've had obvious... What was that?
Oh, it was a whistle. Continue, sir.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said something. I was going to say, Guerrilla Games, obviously, they've had their new IP rumored for quite some time now, and even that concept art leak out. I think this is possible, even though Shadowfall just came out a year ago, but they certainly have another game in development. So this is a maybe, I'm going to say, for their new IP. Then we move on to Media Molecule. We know they're working on Tearaway Unfolded on PS4. They also have another unannounced PS4 game in the works. I don't know if we're going to see that. That's a maybe, but probably less likely. So, yeah, that's about it. So I'd say, honestly, the most likely is probably going to be either Sony Bend or Santa Monica's next game. That's what I'd say. We're going to see either a new God of War or a new IP from them and whatever Ben's been working on.
I hope it's not God of War. I'd like to see a different IP.
Well, God of War is their baby, and it sells millions every time it comes out. But I don't see them changing that. But the only thing I want to happen, which probably won't, I don't know when it will happen, but Shuei Yoshida came out recently and said it is still happening. I want to see the last fucking Guardian. I want to see that game from Team Ico.
Yeah, I mean, who knows where the last Guardian is at this point? It's been in development for so long. It's been so quiet.
Sony, fucking years.
Well, Sony always comes out and says it's still in development. It's still in development. They refuse to cancel that game. So either they canceled it a long time ago and just didn't tell us, or
it's not canceled.
To let it go.
The reason I know it's not canceled is because Colin Moriarty accidentally reported on IGN a few months ago that the game had been canceled. That he was immediately contacted by Sony and they had to rescind that video.
Right, I remember that. Yeah,
it is not canceled.
Because
they said. That was right around E3, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I was really heartbroken when I heard that. I know a lot of the people at Team Ico had left, and even
as soon as I saw that pop up, I actually screamed. I was like, "What?" Like I freaked out for a moment. I clicked on the article. I was like, "No, this can't be."
Everybody here's played. Has everybody played Ico?
Yes.
Has everybody? Robbie, did you play Ico?
No, I've played Shadow
of the Colossus.
Really awesome game.
I mean, nobody has played Shadow of the Colossus and not come away from that thing thinking,
It's one of the best games I've ever played in my life.
Right? Did you guys play? Last year they did the remaster edition.
That was 2013, wasn't it? That wasn't 2013.
That was a couple years ago. That wasn't last year.
Okay,
no, that was like 2011.
I think I played it last year when they released it for free on the PS3. Yeah. I mean, the game, even though it was clearly a PS2 game, it was still impressive. Like crawling up on those like giant boss battles, and it was such a revolutionary idea of just having boss battles, right? It's just like roaming around in this huge world with your horse and just having the boss battles. And not having, like, you know, here's how you do it. You know, it was a figure it out for your damn self game, you know?
So what do you guys think? Are we going to see The Last Guardian, or what's going to happen?
So.
Like,
I really would like to see that.
The thing is, though, the magic that made Eco and Shadow of the Colossus is probably dissipated a bit at this point with people leaving the studio, lead writers leaving the studio, unless they're lucky enough
They had writers?
Yeah. But that's the thing, though. The thing is, though, games like that, they tell a story, and you really feel the story without them even vocalizing it to you what's going on. Like, Eco, to me, was a tragic love story, and it had so many emotional, parts to the game. And at the end of it, I was like, "Holy shit!" And then when Shadow of the Colossus came out, by the time I played that game, I felt like fucking crying by the end. And you realize what happens to you, the Wanderer, and what you went through to save this girl who you don't even know who she is, but you can kind of open up the possibilities of that in your own imagination as to who she. See, Robbie's still crying from it.
No, I'm fine, I promise.
So I want to see what the evolution of that type of gameplay is going to be with the next generation. Hopefully they can continue to innovate in that type of storytelling as well as innovate as far as the gameplay goes.
The thing that makes me feel like this game isn't canceled is because you would have thought they would have canceled it by now. I mean, how long has this game been in development? How long has it been since Shadow of the Colossus came out? Yeah, 9 years ago. How can you not put out a game for 9 years and still be a studio, not be closed down? That's just something incredible. So
they're still spending that Shadow of the Colossus money.
It's got to have been like restarted at some point. It's got to be a PS4 game. I feel like we got to see it in like the next year. They're
changing the name of it from Last Guardian to Crystal and Hoogers.
Yeah. The last hoe. Yeah, man. I hope sooner rather than later we see that. I mean, even the early footage they showed a few years ago looked good. I was like, damn, and that was PS3, so...
And just the promise of their past games, like Shadow of the Colossus and Eco, were some of the most incredible video games ever made. Like, they're such monumental achievements, and there's so much hype surrounding The Last Guardian, and it's just so sad to wonder where it is. And I remember when that news story came up on IGN about it possibly being canceled.
I was hurt.
I was heartbroken. I was like, what a sad end to such a long development cycle.
And beat his ass.
I was
so sad.
I know. I was just like, this sucks. Like, I can't believe what a sad ending this is to such a
But the problem there is a lot of developers. Of course, they have suits and investors who want to hear certain things from these developers. But when you come out and you announce a game, it's 2014. Expect this game 2016. You got 2 years of people at a fever pitch to play it, then all of a sudden it gets fucking delayed for years. Announce the game where you actually feel comfortable to know that, okay, we've done enough work that looking at the product that we have in our hands, we know comfortably we'll be able to release this in a year and a half at the most. Don't fucking delay a game for 5, 6 fucking years. That just makes people pissed off. And that way, if a game comes out and it's a failure, your studio's fucked because people have been waiting on you for all these years to release this product that felt let down.
Yeah, it's
my
just
guess
like
is,
half
that this game got caught between the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, and they decided to take the extra time to make it like a real PlayStation 4
They
game.
definitely restarted development. I think it definitely is a PS4 game at this point. I mean, it's just like with Half-Life 3. The more time goes on, the higher the anticipation of that game goes. Like, it's never going to live up to the hype.
No.
The Last Guardian is just so high up there with anticipation. They're never going to meet it, but they could at least make
They can. I mean, and now, like, with a game like Smash Brothers, I could say that it's possible to live up to the hype. Smash Brothers is fucking awesome. And I know it's a different kind of game because it doesn't have a deep narrative, But when people expect something, you want to see the evolution of something, it's possible to meet those standards or at least come close. And with all the years that they've been putting in on The Last Guardian, I hope this shit is good. I really do.
How is that cute little game? You didn't really talk about that much.
Which one?
That little cute Mario game that you've been playing.
Get the hell out of here, man.
With a little cutesy Mario on it.
Smash Brothers is awesome. And to all my Nintendo buddies out there, what's up? Send me a friend request. 0beastly_gamer0. Smash Brothers is one of my favorite fighting games of all time, and it feels really good to beat up on people. My buddy Lewis came over here and he lost like 8 games in a row. Then he played my 13-year-old and beat him. So I kind of let them play. I wanted my son to learn a little bit of humility and learn how to be humble, because when he plays me and loses constantly, he says, "Hey, Dad, I just can't beat you, but I can beat everybody else. But you got your ass kicked today, son. You got your ass kicked 6 times." And I wanted Lewis to know what it was like to actually beat someone named Brett for once. So he got to play my son, because when he plays me, he loses every game. So it was therapy for both of those guys, because I care about them quite a bit. Smash Brothers is awesome.
Not enough to let him win.
Very fun.
Yeah. So going back to the PlayStation experience, what games do you guys think are going to be announced there? What studios are finally going to...
I know that, No Man's Sky will be playable. They've already announced that it's going to be called One Night Under No Man's Sky. It'll be an event there.
Yeah, that'll be great.
They're going to live stream it for like 12 hours, right?
Are they?
Isn't that what I heard?
If this game is even close to what they're saying it's going to be, this could be definitely Game of the Year. If it's possible for this algorithm to be able to create star systems and worlds that you can fucking visit.
Counterpoint, it could be that game that everybody says they loved, but actually they got bored in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to fucking do.
I don't know, man. It's the thing that really intrigues me about it is during the initial trailer that we all saw, I thought we were watching like a Jurassic Park type of game. I saw these giant dinosaurs. I was like, what are they fucking doing? Hunting dinosaurs?
Yeah.
It looks like you
what are they
actually
fucking doing? That's my question.
But that's the thing. I think that this probably is what Destiny maybe wanted to be, an open world that you can actually go to any planet, and on each planet has its own environment, animals, and maybe PvP type of planets.
But in Destiny, I shoot stuff, and I collect. What do I do
You shoot things here too. It's a shooter. That's what this game is. But you actually get to go on ships and shoot, first-person shoot, hunt animals. I mean, if it is what they say it is, it's going to be fucking phenomenal.
What are they saying it is? I don't know.
It's space exploration. That's all we really know.
Do you remember the way we felt when Destiny was first announced before anybody really knew what it was? It was possible that the game was terrible. It was possible that it was good. I'm really optimistic about this. I'm optimistic about it just from a technical standpoint of what they claim this game is actually able to do. I
am excited about this too. Like, I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on this for the first time. But I have no idea what you do in this game. Like, why am I exploring these planets? Like, is it just out of the thrill of exploration?
No,
because that's not going to
be some story to it.
That's not going to hold it for me.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll go to the first 5 planets and be like, man, that was really cool. Like, checking all that stuff out. I can't believe it's all randomly generated. My ship was cool. It was cool how I could just like fly, right into space directly from the ground without like a cutscene in the middle. And then I went back and I started playing Call of Duty.
Destiny, Brian.
Yeah, Destiny.
Get it right. I'm guessing that when they show this game off, we'll know for sure. But my impressions on what I saw at this point would probably be you're allowed to hunt on these planets, maybe get loot from the animals, bones and skins and things like that. Who knows if you're going to be able to equip that as armor. There are ships, so it's a technologically advanced video game. Everybody's born on a different planet. That's how big it is.
Yeah.
And it's going to incorporate a multiplayer existence.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to like play with your friends. It's just like it's like going to be like this random thing. Like if me and Robbie want to play together, we'd have to like travel for days to find each other.
I don't know, man. Especially with the gaming ecosystem and structure that's being implemented nowadays by modern games, very few games like that don't have a multiplayer type of component.
It is technically multiplayer, but I don't think it's like it's not like you play with friends. It's meant to be enjoyed solo. It's just that there's other people in the same world also enjoying it. I don't think it's going to be like a social experience.
It's hard to say. We'll have to see what happens with that game, definitely, and see how it evolves and develops. But that also quickly reminds me of thinking about what games are going to be announced at PlayStation Experience, because Santa Monica does have a panel at PlayStation Experience. So
Okay.
I don't remember what exactly it's for. I think it's a God of War anniversary. I might be wrong about that, but I also feel like, no, they got to announce a game there, too. I think their game is probably going to be announced then. That's my prediction. So.
Briar, the director of the game said No Man's Sky does have traditional multiplayer, but on other features he's keeping tight-lipped until I guess this event.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely still a lot of
Santa
mysteries.
Monica, I don't know what Santa Monica. I don't want to see another God of War. If they do another God of War, fine. If it looks good, I'll probably play it.
Just reboot that franchise. That's what it really needs. That franchise needs a reboot.
I feel like I've played that franchise to death at this point. Like, I really enjoyed the first one. I had a lot of fun in the second one. The third one got a little bit tiresome. I played the one on the Vita, not the Vita, the
PSP. Kate beat every single God of War back to back.
And it's like, man, I just got sick of it after a while. I couldn't care less about Kratos anymore. He just keeps killing people.
It's very repetitive.
Let me just say this. I'm not the biggest God of War fan. I think the first one I played was God of War 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because graphically, when God of War 1 came out, I was like, oh, it looks okay, but it's really not my cup of tea. I was back in the fighters. But I sat and watched Kate beat them all. She beat 1, 2, 3. She beat all the 2 on the PSP. So, and then she beat the latest one, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just watched. I just didn't feel the need to actually do it myself.
Hey, I gotta say, sometimes I do have that itch to play God of War every now and then, because like that brutality in that game is amazing. Like, it's so gory and badass, like ripping out a centaur's guts or something like that. Like that, just you feel so badass like that. And there are times where I just love that so much. Like, I wouldn't mind more of it as long as they kind of changed up what the game is. And I definitely want to see like a reboot for that franchise. I feel like
combat in video games, I think, has evolved since the Batman Arkham franchise. Like, I don't think they could just get away with like this like kind of over the shoulder slash and hack kind of thing. It never felt particularly skillful. Mm-hmm. And now that the Arkham games have kind of happened and everybody's kind of ripping that style of control off, I think it really have to evolve.
Arkham City. Just enough said. Oh, dude, that game is going to be amazing. That's already a moment game here for next year. Just, oh man, I can't wait.
Is that coming out in the spring or the holidays of next year?
June. That's when it's yeah.
I'll just buy it for my son and tell him it's his birthday gift, but he won't get it till he's 18.
Oh,
sweet.
All right, you guys want to talk
about
how
old is he now? 13?
Brett's 13. Brennan's 12.
Okay. All right, you guys want to shift focus over to the Game Awards? There might be something announced there. They usually announce
Jeff
something.
Keighley's baby. He's no longer with Game Trailers TV, right?
Yeah, because this year they're doing it independently, whereas the VGAs and last year's VGX, which was the worst show ever, that was awful.
Now look, Robbie, I got the Game of the Year, the nominees here. I can actually give you guys the nominees that we can all, have our way with it. I guess just pick who we pick for each nomination.
Well, I was gonna say also, there's usually a couple big games announced at the Game Awards. Like I remember Dark Souls 2 was announced, and that's where Metal Gear Solid 5, which was at first called The Phantom Pain, that was announced there. Like there are really big games announced at the Game Awards, so we possibly could see like Fallout.
It's in the list.
Maybe.
You guys can check over in the notes. Click on that link there, and you'll all be able to see it.
Okay, yeah, I'm opening it up.
And then that way you could kind of look at them and give your own nomination. And this
yeah, best remaster. I see right there. There's GTA 5, the Pokemon games.
Dude, they stole our idea. These dickheads.
Sons of bitches. They must have just watched the fucking show.
Right?
Just put it right up. Hurry, put it on the website. All right, so the 5 nominations for Game of the Year: Bayonetta 2, Dark Souls 2, Dragon Age Inquisition, Hearthstone, and Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor. The only one I played is Bayonetta 2, which is fucking awesome.
They're all so good.
Hearthstone for Game of the Year?
Yeah,
I've never even played Hearththun. That's a card game. Like, really?
It's a good card game. I've played it.
Is it Game of the Year caliber, though?
That's a reason, man.
Yeah, that would be a no. Out of that list, I'd have to probably pick either Middle of Earth or Dragon
Or
Age.
Dragon
Both those
Age,
games
yeah.
are so good. Yeah.
This is not my game of the year list. This is not the list I would put together.
I took a couple
what
of
would be
those
on your
out.
list, Briar?
I don't know. I'm going to save that for our game of the year show.
There's no Destiny mention up there for Game of the Year? Nope.
Yeah.
Sunset.
Destiny got a lot of critical hate. A lot.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine it winning a game of the year anywhere.
No, probably not.
Well, out of this list that they got here, I can't say for sure, but the ones that I do know that I probably really enjoy be Bayonetta 2, Dragon Age, and Middle Earth. Those would be my top 3 there.
Me too.
But
I'd also add Far Cry 4, even though it's more the same, but that game is incredible. Oh.
I'm really leaning toward Dragon Age, though, because I know that's more of what I really love about RPGs.
Yeah.
So I'd
Middle Earth
probably
was
go there.
really good, but it just didn't hold my attention for that long.
You beat it?
No?
Oh.
Was it as bad as Thief?
Yeah, I got about that far. It was a lot better than Thief. Thief I got bored of because it was just a boring game.
Well, I'm still enjoying it right now, so I will gladly enjoy it
Thief?
no matter what you say.
Thief?
No, Middle Earth.
Oh, no. Middle Earth, I just got distracted by Destiny. All right, how about Best Independent Game? We got Broken Age Act 1, Monument Valley, Shovel Knight, Transistor, and The Vanishing of E.T. Carter. The only game I haven't played is Transistor on this.
I haven't played any of those games.
Really?
It's going to be kind of hard. Yeah, I haven't played any of them.
For me,
Well, Shovel Knight was the NES style.
on the Wii U.
Did that?
Yeah, and
That still
3DS.
hasn't come out for anything else yet.
No, it's also on PC
It's on
as well.
PC. So for me, that would be between Shovel Knight and Transistor. I know Transistor's really good too.
Did you play it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Monument Valley was fantastic. They just came out with DLC.
What is that on?
That's on iOS devices.
Oh, bullshit.
It was
When they
good, man.
put it on
It
a
was
real
really
video
good.
game.
All right, so yeah, I mean, I can't think of any other independent games that I'd put on that list. I wouldn't take anything off.
Broken Age. Okay. So how would you guys vote that?
I'll save that till we do a list.
Best narrative: South Park: The Stick of Truth, The Walking Dead Season 2, The Wolf Among Us, Valiant Hearts, The Great War, and Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Wolfenstein's the only one I've played, but I don't know.
Walking Dead. Sorry, gotta give it to Walking Dead Season 2.
Did you play Valiant Hearts?
No,
You gotta
No.
play it, man. It is stupendous.
I remember where you were playing. I've seen quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
But that kind of storytelling versus the Walking Dead storytelling, the Walking Dead just pulled me in. I felt like I was really there.
hmm
Should have named my daughter Clementine.
Until the game crashed.
No, it didn't crash. It just looked like it was crashing every 5 minutes, but it never fucking crashed.
I felt like I was really using a Windows 8 computer.
Damn it!
Ouch, that's how I feel right now. I feel that all day.
He's killing me. And every time I look at him, I'm looking at fucking Windows 8. So, yeah.
Best performance. That's
Obviously,
weird.
Kevin Spacey. You got to go Kevin Spacey on that
No,
one.
you're out of your mind.
I
Troy,
still haven't played it.
Troy Baker. I don't give a fuck. Troy Baker, I don't care who he is. He was Talion in Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor.
You didn't even play the game.
I don't care. Troy Baker's fucking awesome. I don't care.
Shit logic is this?
Some of those judges are just
Best
like me,
narrative.
okay?
This is a beastly thoughts fucking judging right here.
Check it out. I
This
watched.
is some whack-ass judging.
Whack. Damn right. I watched Troy Baker do his One Night Live, The Last of Us. The guy's fucking talented, man.
No
Just really
Dinklage?
talented.
No, this wizard
Peter-
came from the moon?
Little Dinklage in the list.
You gotta, every list needs a little Dinklage.
God. Does Game of the Year go to my little Dinklage too?
They had to have known that this little Dinklage
Does
was going
best
to be
racing sports game go to the little Dinklage as well? Best independent game?
Shit. Oh, guys, these are the games we talked about. They didn't put the one I mentioned, the game with all the Asians on it. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Sleeping Dogs!
Yeah. Should have.
You're thinking of Tomb Raider.
Yeah, there's no Tomb Raider there. Oh, yes, it is. Tomb Raider's on here for Best Remaster. The Master Chief Collection, The Last of Us Remastered, Pokemon Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire.
Is that
And
out?
GTA
I thought that was
5.
coming out. Is
That
out?
came out. It came out the same day that Smash came out. If you
Oh,
were in
really?
line, you would have known.
I was not in line.
Sorry, we don't care for Pokemon. We're not grown man children. So
Hey, but But Pokemon's good.
I actually am a grown man child.
Tell him, Briar. Damn it.
All right.
But still don't care about Pokemon.
Yeah. See, I don't give a shit either.
Yeah, I got the Pokemon poster. If anybody wants it, just let me know. I'll send it to you. It's sitting in my van. Brand fucking new.
No, thank you.
Well, screw you too, Canadia.
Best Action Adventure has Assassin's Creed Unity on the list. How can they put a broken game on a best of list?
Well, yeah, this list is already redundant.
But with all due respect, Robbie said he had a great time playing that game. So
Pure action, though, I know nobody does action games better than Platinum. Even though I haven't played Bayonetta 2, I'd guess that would be an easy contender. I don't know. That's just me.
best action. Alien Isolation is an action adventure.
It's more of a horror game, yeah.
Well,
or
it's an adventure game, definitely. It's an adventure game.
It's kind of like Amnesia, isn't it? Where you're just hiding and you really can't fight the aliens.
You can in the second half of the game.
Your mom's here? Okay, go ahead, son.
Best fighting game, we don't need to look at that list. Best sports,
We do.
Nope.
You
No,
gotta
we
look
don't
at
need
that.
to look at that.
No,
That
we
list
don't.
is
Robbie,
irrelevant.
please, Robbie.
Killer Instinct Season 2, clearly.
Get the hell out of here.
What are you talking
Okay. What do you mean? We're not
What
talking
would you
about.
pick? Ultra Street Fighter 4? Yeah,
Nope.
that's a good second
No,
one.
no,
Yeah,
there's
you know, what do you choose? There's only Killer Instinct, Persona, and Ultra Street Fighter. That's all I see on this list. I don't know what you guys
Smash
see.
Brothers Wii U.
I don't see that on the list. No, I don't think it's on there. Do you guys see it?
They wrote it in Klingon.
That's a different. You're thinking of a different category. That's best fighting game for kids in diapers.
Do you guys hear all the Smash Brothers hate? Y'all better get them in the comment section below. Smash Brothers is shit. All right, so the 5 games that are on here, everybody, for those who aren't reading along with us, because they have selective vision. We got Killer Instinct Season 2, Persona 4, Arena, Ultimax, Super Smash Brothers for 3DS,
Nope.
Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U,
Nope.
and Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Yep, that's part of the list.
Nope. And so
All right,
I would
best
definitely
shooter. Give me. Look at the best shooter, because this is a strong list this year.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Destiny, Far Cry 4, Titanfall, and Wolfenstein: The New Order.
That's a strong list this year.
Wolfenstein, you can erase that from the list.
Really? Did you play that? That was good.
I have it. I have it on
That's
PS3.
awesome. I wouldn't say it's
But
the
they're-
best shooter, but
what
it's
about the
one of them.
multiplayer, though? If you look at all,
You gotta have multiplayer to be the best shooter.
Yeah,
Well,
that's not
would
fair.
BioShock have lost that category if that was just.
you make a strong argument there. So. I don't know, man. Shit. Out of this list, I'd have to. Because you don't have to play them to vote, right? Isn't that the way we're doing this? Say fuck it and just say whatever?
If I think it should go by the number of hours that you've got logged into each game.
Destiny.
Yeah, it's gonna win for everybody.
Probably, yeah. Me
I've
too.
spent 200 hours just watching loading screens in that game.
Holy shit.
This is like a fun time.
Role-playing game.
RPG. Ooh, Bravely Default is awesome. I watched the whole entire Let's Play of that game.
Obviously, Dragon Age for me. I haven't played the others, but Dragon Age is fantastic.
Did you play South Park? Oh, man. That's
I
a
didn't.
hell of a game.
No.
Hell of a game.
Online experience. That's a good category. Best online experience. If anybody picks Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, I'm gonna smack you.
Pornhub isn't on here?
Yeah, they needed to put best online experience in a video game. Just online experience. That's a lot of different things.
Hey, come on, you gotta keep it real now. Okay, so the best online experience I got: Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Dark Souls 2, Destiny, Hearthstone, and Titanfall. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for me. No, Destiny is my best online experience so far. Because I
I'd say
played
Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty.
I spent a lot of time playing
The
with
lag in that game is completely trash.
It's
Tell
not
'em.
that bad now. They've patched the hell out of it. Like it's great. They truly are on that now. Yes.
This is awesome, man. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Destiny, not by a long shot. I enjoy the game. I don't think there's really necessarily anything that holds it back from being a great game. But the online experience I've had in the Crucible with you guys playing and playing with my friends and going out and doing strikes with my friends, Call of Duty, I haven't had that experience yet. I think Call of Duty is a fun game, but very seldom do I get into a room with people who I know and we actually work together and collaborate to win. Destiny has had that experience for me, so yeah, that would be my favorite online experience at this time.
What else they got here? Score. Games for change. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, that's a weird category.
Best mobile or handheld game?
Ooh,
Smash Brothers 3D.
No. Who cares? Most anticipated game. That's what I'm looking at. Future
Yeah, I agree. Who cares?
Yeah.
You guys can suck it, okay? Smash Brothers is good.
Nope. That's irrelevant. All right, guys. Seriously though. So most anticipated, we got Batman, we got Bloodborne, Evolve, Witcher 3, and Uncharted 4. That's
so Valve wouldn't have won this until the beta, and then it fell right off that list for me.
Yep. Because honestly, I don't know, man. Uncharted and Batman, shit.
This is so hard.
That Arkham Knight is going to be incredible, man.
Yeah, it's between Batman, Witcher, and Uncharted for me. This is tough.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
And that's just because I'm not a Bloodborne style player. Like,
I'm not into Dark Souls either. I don't like Dark Souls.
Yeah, like I think a lot of people are probably got that high on their list though.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Smash Brothers. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and go with Batman.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go with Batman. You can't go wrong there. You know, the original studio behind the first two Batman games is behind this one. So
yeah, Rocksteady, they're amazing.
Rocksteady is actually doing this, so it's going to be their final game in this universe, and it's huge, and we've already seen how it plays.
Witcher 3 looks so good, though.
Oh,
it does,
yeah, man.
And Uncharted 4, usually by the third game, I'm getting sick of a franchise, but Uncharted, I just continue to have a ton of fun in that.
Yeah, me too. I haven't seen enough of Uncharted, so I'm just gonna take that off the list. It's between Batman and Witcher for me. I'm gonna say Witcher 3.
I'm gonna go Witcher 3 as well.
Barely though. Like I'm so excited for both. Wow.
Esports Player of the Year. It's weird.
They
I'm
really
kind of
got
surprised.
Trending
Yeah, they have
gamer on here. Holy shit! Total Biscuit. Fuck Pootie Pie.
What do you got against PewDiePie?
PewDiePie. I like Total
I can't
Biscuit.
stand PewDiePie. I do not like him. No.
Hey, he was just getting ready to send you a personal message asking you to co-host his show with him.
Yeah. Oops. Fuck that one up. Nice job.
Wait, no.
I like Total Biscuit style though. He's a good YouTuber and gamer if you ask me. Best fan creator.
All right. What category should have been on this list, but's not?
Sexiest female video game character.
All right. That's fairly misogynist, but we can fit it in
Sexiest
there.
male video game character. No, what should have been on here? Did they have best soundtrack?
They had best score, I think.
Best score?
Thought I saw that.
Best score soundtrack.
Yeah,
Alien
best score
Isolation,
soundtrack.
Child of Light, Destiny, Sunset Overdrive, and Transistor. No fucking Minecraft? I don't care how old it is.
The game
okay?
is 5 years old.
I like Minecraft soundtrack.
It's got one fucking song.
It's got like 60.
Well, it sounds like one.
BriarRabbit, the hate, man. Come on. Go eat some damn turkey and smile.
No, I need less tryptophan.
What do you guys think? What should have been on the list is not.
I think the list is pretty good for the most part.
Where are the Mac games? Oh, come on, hold me up. Best Mac game of the year.
Mac, get the hell out of here.
Come on, hey.
They
Some
make
of
games
us
for Mac?
are gamers of taste and dignity and poise.
So the rest of us are just full of shit?
Well, you're using Windows 8. You clearly make bad decisions.
All right, I'm sorry. I bought the computer not knowing it had Windows 8 on it. All right. It wasn't my fault.
I can clearly demonstrate a history of bad decision making.
I bought this computer sight unseen.
I'm just kidding, guys. It's not your fault.
It's too late. You can't take it back. Robbie, Windows 8 power, baby.
Hey, listen. I love the computer I have. The Windows 8 isn't the best, but I like it. So.
I'm really hoping that Windows 10 is going to be good.
Can't be any worse than Windows 8, so
Yeah,
we'll
right?
hope. Yeah.
I want Windows 10.
I remember
so
downloading the
keep killing
preview of that Windows 8 and just being like, "Are you kidding me? There's two different."
Desktops.
I'm not gonna get into it.
Is it April Fool's already? What's going on here?
Yeah, why is there two different desktops?
What the hell's going
Didn't
on?
you just say variety? You said options are the spice of life, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Be
I want
good.
to look at an Xbox One screen. Sometimes I want a traditional desktop.
Yeah. So do you guys want to go over maybe what games could possibly announce at the Game Awards? Because they usually do announce like one or two big friggin' games. So I'm kind of wondering what there would possibly be there this year.
They're definitely gonna have a big Halo trailer.
They're going to show some Last of Us, I think.
Yeah.
Last of Us 2.
I
Are
hope
we
so.
saying?
I think
Oh,
it's
man.
too early for that.
Yeah,
No, I don't
crazy.
think it's going to happen yet.
The Last of Us 2 isn't coming out until 2017.
We'll get that the same year we get Half-Life 3.
I know this is a pretty crazy prediction, but I feel like this would be announced honestly at the VGX, and that's Fallout 4. I really just want it to happen.
Oh man.
So,
Don't even make me start thinking about that shit. It makes my heart race.
I honestly feel like, well, listen, Bethesda's been working on a game for years now. The last game they released was Skyrim. Like, they've been working on something for 2 or 3 years now.
They
It's time
released
for them
it.
to break that
It's
out
time.
of silence.
They released The Evil Within too.
I think the VGX makes perfect sense because they have historically been there quite a bit. I think Fallout 3 was announced there. They've had tons of other games announced. Skyrim, I'm pretty sure, was. So
I am so ready for Fallout 4.
just, yeah,
I think if Half-Life 3 and Fallout 4 are announced on the same day, the internet would break.
Yeah.
I think the internet would
The
literally
whole internet
break.
would crash. Nobody would be able to go on anymore. It's just done. it's screwed.
You know, not to know.
It almost
you
broke
know,
when
the
those
screwdriver
pictures of
thing.
what's her name came out on Twitter. What was that girl's name? The big ass, the rich girl with the big ass.
Oh shit! I should know this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody should know all the rich girls with big asses.
Jesus. Is this even
I think-
about video games anymore? Like,
Yeah. It's a game called Slap That Ass.
Yeah.
No, I think
it's
that
an arcade,
will
it's a
possibly.
stand-up arcade machine in Japan.
Yeah. It's 4 feet tall. Check it out. I think that we'll possibly see like a vertical slice or something of Uncharted. What do you guys think?
that's going to be PlayStation Experience. No chance at the Game Awards. I don't think so.
Why not? They wouldn't show that the PlayStation
That's going to be
Experience,
safe
I
for
don't think.
PlayStation. No, they're not. That's not going to be at the Game Awards. So
How about this?
something else.
Halo 5, the beta will come out the same night. They'll announce
Oh,
it,
that would be fucking sick.
and they'll say, here's the trailer, and go home, and you can play it tonight.
I thought there was already a release date for that. Isn't it like the 18th or something?
you and
Like I
your
could be wrong.
facts.
But... yeah, I feel like that would be awesome though if they pushed the release date forward. So that did happen. That would be awesome.
He just dashed Briar's dreams.
That was the best thing about E3 this year was Sony saying, this is Destiny, and you can play it tonight.
Well,
Damn.
no, it was like the same week. You could play it Thursday, I think it was. But yeah, it was something like
Facts.
that.
Why you gotta get this all mixed up?
It was that same week. I know. But
No, but the game they actually did that with was PT, the playable teaser.
Yep, that's right.
at
They did that
Gamescom,
with PT.
they
That
did it with
game is pretty slick.
yeah, they did it with Entwined at E3. Battlefield Hardline beta came out that moment too at the EA conference. I remember
Yeah, you're
that.
right.
So
When the hell is Ori and the Blind Forest coming out?
They got delayed.
To
to
when?
next year.
I'm not an Xbox fan. How the fuck do I know?
But yeah,
No,
I gotta say,
yeah.
you guys, like, I got Fallout 3 a couple weeks ago on Steam. God, that game is still so amazing. It holds up so well. A Fallout 4, like, I'm so ready for that game, Briar. I completely agree.
Robbie,
It's
you gotta
time.
get the mods for it. You can make that game look stupid good.
Yeah. We'll see, but I'm more of a console gamer, but if I have a powerful enough PC, then maybe...
Fallout
Cheap.
4, like, it is without a doubt my most anticipated game.
Me too, especially after playing Fallout 3 recently. I'm like, this game is still so good. Like, it still holds up. A Fallout 4 would just... Oh my god. That's
Yeah.
gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
So I got a real serious question for you guys, and it's been boiling deep inside like turkey and stuffing. And so now I
Briefs.
wanna-
I'm a briefs man.
all right, I'll send them to you to 3X.
I put stuff in my copy if you're wondering once again. So,
What are you guys getting Smash Brothers? The subscribers want to know.
I got a copy here, but it's still in plastic wrap.
maybe for the holidays, like that game is a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, but it's like outside of playing with friends, what else is there to it? Like it's just not a game I run out and buy.
It has tons of single-player components. It has a Mario Party type feature.
Well,
it has all
Smash Brothers is just not a game I go run out and buy. Like I'll buy that to play with friends, and that'll be a ball. But it's like I don't run out and buy a game like that, like I would Fallout 4. Yeah, since we're on the topic, like that's just in a different league, basically.
Yeah, Smash Brothers is a lot better. I understand. Okay.
Oh, you stuff that goddamn turkey back down your throat so you can stop talking about that bullshit. Come on. I think you need some more turkey and mashed potatoes and stuff down there so you can just stop talking.
It's sweet potato pie. It's sweet potato pie, baby.
Sure, that too.
So
It's
before
just
we
not a
start
game
the show,
for me. I've tried them before. I think I bought the GameCube version, and I tried it out, and it just wasn't for me.
Like it's again, it's just fun with friends, but there's just not much.
Yeah, it
else
was really fun on a couch with like a bunch of people.
But other than that, there's no point in buying that game. Like I'll buy it to play with you guys, and that's it. So
that's the thing, though. See, I told you guys a story of how I started playing Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
I was at home. My ex-wife was a demon in disguise.
Yeah.
And so she didn't play video games. She loathed the thoughts of me playing video games. And I bought Smash. I played the single player, me against AIs, and it was like, this is boring bullshit. Then when I started to play with my buddies, I was like, wow, these guys are good. I really wanted to start learning the dynamics of the way you play the game. And then I started to get out of the house with the demon and go over to my friend's house and play, and then I really got good. But the thing about this one is you don't have to leave your house. You can actually play online, and it works really, really well. Yeah. So you guys will probably never get it. It's totally understandable.
I own a copy now. It's not for me. It's a gift.
Are you for the 3DS, or you bought it for someone else? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, get that
for children.
Yeah, don't tell your kids they're doing the right thing. Tell them play what you say, not what you do. We talked about this before we started the show, and did you guys come up with a list of 5 good video game purchases?
I did.
Now, is this a Christmas purchase, or is this just something good for this time of year?
Black Friday. It's a good time. It's the time of the year to start making lists of shit to buy. You know. Yeah. It could be for you. It could be gift ideas for gamers in your life. It could be.
Ooh, okay. Well, hold on. Let me go tell Kate to watch the show live.
Yeah. Well, you can just give her the list when you're done.
That'll work.
So
who wants to go first?
Slide it into her purse.
Robbie, did you come up with a list? Okay, go ahead.
So, should we each go? We'll do one at a time from each person. How's that sound?
Okay.
Instead of doing it all 5. So my first one is going to be a Netgear Nighthawk router. These are expensive routers, right? Well, depending on which one you buy, they're $200 to $300. But in my house, it has made the biggest difference for both online gaming and for video streaming. Before, my router's in my office, right? So I can have my consoles wired and my computer wired. But I have Apple TVs kind of around the house. Every once in a while, I'll bring a console down to the living room. My kids have a computer down in the living room. The Wi-Fi connection in this house has gotten exponentially better since I got this router. Plus, it has awesome features where it actually shapes the traffic. So, like, if I'm trying to stream a show, I can tell it, okay, video streaming is the most important thing from this computer. Everything else can wait. So if somebody else is watching Netflix, it's not going to interrupt this stream, this show. Or if I'm playing Destiny and somebody wants to play Netflix, I can say, let Netflix be, the most important thing, right? It's like, because Destiny is not, it's not a connection-based thing. Like stuff like that. It's a really great router. It has made a world of difference in my life. It's an expensive router, but it's worth it. It was really good.
This probably sounds like something I need to fucking get. Jeez.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good router.
Yeah, I got the typical default AT&T. And it feels like there's like a caveman running around with a satellite outside trying to, collect my internet. It's terrible from time to time. You guys see sometimes these videos I just turn into Minecraft. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Robbie, what do you got, man?
Steve.
Well, more just individual games. Like, I'd have to say Shadow of Mordor is one I'd really recommend right now because that's 50% off, so you can get it for $30 as opposed to $60. And I foolishly bought it for my birthday, and then 2 days later it was off half price. So Good job,
Happy
me,
birthday.
but that's definitely a game I'd recommend, though. Like, phenomenal game. If you love the Batman Arkham games, like the combat system in that game, and you like Assassin's Creed a lot, this is like the best blend of both those games, and you'll really have a good time with it. And another one I'd really recommend is, even though the multiplayer isn't working, but it will be working around the holidays, definitely would be Master Chief Collection. Like, that's just such a great thing for nostalgic Halo fans. I mean, you just get so much value in that in a game like that. I mean,
or for anybody who's new to the series, like being able to play through all of those games at that price point.
Yeah, it's got an incredible like value add to it. Absolutely, that game is really a great gift.
Hopefully, they fix that multiplayer though.
Yeah, definitely around the holidays. Mm-hmm.
Now, I compiled my list based on what I think a gamer would want, especially somebody who probably doesn't have a lot of games. So I'm going to start my list off and piss you guys off. The Wii U with the Smash Brothers bundle.
Kate muting us.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to go take a pee while you talk about this.
All right. So the Wii U and Smash Brothers.
Sorry if you're being ignored.
I'm being shunned. Are we Amish? Guys, seriously? Wii U and Smash Brothers, for people who may have had Smash in the past and don't have a game console to play nowadays, Smash Brothers is a very fun game that you can get online and play with tons of people. There's 8-player local you can do. You can plug in 8 controllers and all you guys can go crazy on the screen. You can play 4-player online. You can do couch co-op online, so you and your friend can go against 2 other people online. It has a lot of different features, tons of characters. It's got staples in video games: Mega Man, Pac-Man, Sonic, Mario. Awesome game. And I think anybody who would want a Nintendo product would probably be good to start off with this game because it has every character from every Nintendo franchise that matters. So that's my first game, the first list.
Good one. Does that come with a console that is custom for?
I don't think it does.
Just a standard console.
It's a standard console with the bundle, which is the game, the controller, which has it's a GameCube controller with the Nintendo Wii U and Smash Brothers insignia, and it comes with the adapter that I paid $20 for, which is now $100.
Oh, it comes with the adapter, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, my next one is the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. Have you guys seen this movie yet?
I just watched it.
You just watched it?
Yeah.
Did you download it?
I went to the Dollar Theater.
You went to the Dollar Theater? So I had more fun in the theater watching this movie than I've had in a long time at a theater. I absolutely love this movie. And part of the enjoyment for me was the silly soundtrack, like all these old songs from the 70s getting played in these weird moments, and then like kind of associating those songs with like the feelings I had watching that movie. So yeah, I bought the soundtrack, and I have been absolutely enjoying this soundtrack. It is really fun. The soundtrack you can buy either just the awesome mix that it's just like the sounds from the 70s, or you can buy the one that comes with the that music plus the score of the movie. I gotta tell you, what's really fun is having this in the background when you're playing Destiny. It's a ton of fun. So this is actually, it was available for free on the Google Play Store. I'm not sure if it still is available. And you can get it on iTunes. You can even buy it. You can actually buy a tape version, like a tape cassette version of it, off of Amazon. I bought the vinyl edition that also came with the free download of the MP3s. It's just a really fun soundtrack, and if you like the movie, I bet you like listening to the soundtrack every once in a while.
Sounds good.
That was perfect timing too. When I came back, basically, you just finished talking about Smash Brothers, so I came back at just the right time.
All right, so since you missed that, go ahead, Robbie, with your second item on the list.
Oh, I got scared. I thought you were going to start talking about Smash Brothers and be like, oh, I'm out again. Not quite.
So what you got, Robbie? What's your next item on your list?
I don't know. I really don't have much. Just
okay.
Whatever great games are on sale right now during like Black Friday and the holidays. Like
there are tons.
Not too hard to find. Yeah, I don't really have super amazing ideas. So
what you got?
I'll go with one. The NVIDIA Shield tablet. If you guys know about the NVIDIA Shield tablet,
I do.
It's really awesome. It starts at $299. You can basically play
that much. I thought it was $200.
$299 and up.
Is it $299? Okay.
Way too much.
Well, actually, not for this tablet. This tablet plays console quality games, and it does everything that your iPhone does.
That two people own.
Say what?
That a whole 2 people own the NVIDIA Shield.
Yeah, well, that's the whole purpose of letting people know about it. It's as far as tablets go, it's really powerful. It plays console quality games, and if you're a gamer on the go, you're not able to take your PlayStation or take your Xbox or your Nintendo Wii U with you. This might be a good alternative. It actually works. It has its own controller. The controller is very similar to the Xbox 360 controller, and it's $299 and up. You can actually customize it to the specifications of the hardware that you want installed. And I think it's a good investment for people looking to get maybe a powerful tablet for Christmas.
I am kind of waiting for version 2.0 of that to happen before I pick one up. I do find it to be interesting. It's a couple years old now, and my bet is that we're going to see a newer version with a better screen and a faster processor relatively soon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not for me. I don't think I'd pick one of them up.
But I do like the idea. I've almost bought it many times. Many times.
One of these times you'll get it.
Yeah.
So now there will be 6 people in the world that own an NVIDIA Shield.
That's right. My next one is going to be surround sound wireless headsets. For gamers, these things are absolutely incredible. You can use them for more than one thing. You can use them for music. You can use them for watching movies after, like, your kids go to bed or after your wife goes to bed or your spouse. If you're still a kid, you can use it for all this stuff while your parents are asleep. It's like incredible the difference that having a headset makes. Any kind of sound whoring in any video game is 100% possible. Because of these headsets. Games sound more epic. It's a revolution. Once you get your hands on one of these things, it is a stunning difference. I like wireless. You don't have to get wireless, but I would definitely get yourself a gaming headset, with a microphone, or for the gamer in your life who doesn't have one, I would definitely get him one.
That's me, guys.
Yeah, there's actually one coming on here.
So, Robbie, we're going to skip you, and I'm going to pretend to be you.
Thanks.
All right, guys. So there's something that I want to talk about now. I want to talk about the Astro A50s. These headphones are fucking amazing. Astro A50s, my good friend BriarRabbit, uses them all the time, and that's his go-to headset.
Yeah.
In your opinion, Briar, are those the best headsets that you can get right now? They're about $300.
They're $300 for the price. I've reviewed a lot of headsets, and they're the ones that I kept. They're the ones that I keep and use every day.
Now, you can get the A40s for a little bit cheaper. What are the differences?
$50 less. The differences are basically it's wireless versus wired. The A40 is a wired headset. The A50 is the wireless version of basically the same headset. There are small differences between them. If you are a streamer, like if you like to use that microphone for streaming, the A40 comes with the mix amp, which is a very powerful tool. There's a ton of different things you can hook up to that. You can have it mix in, game sound and music at the same time, so you're listening to both in your headphones. You can link them together. So if you got 2 people in the same room using the A40 mix amps, you got a direct connection between the two. There's all sorts of reasons to pick the A40 over the A50. But for 90% of people, I would recommend the A50, just because it's wireless.
Nice.
Now, what kind of distance can you get from whatever
you
you're
be in
using?
the same room.
Same room, okay.
Yeah. I will say the Turtle Beach Elite 800 is kind of the next headset that I am going to be reviewing, and it seems to be strong competition for the A50. So I haven't actually used it yet. I'm doing a review of the Turtle Beach Stealth 500 here, and the next headset I'll be doing is the Elite 800, but that is another $300 wireless headset. It looks really nice, so stay tuned to the BriarRabbit channel for a review on that.
Wow. I can go on and go to my next one.
I got another one.
Okay.
Have you guys seen the NES 3DS?
No.
Let me show you a picture of this.
Yeah,
NES.
I'm already intrigued.
I think I have. It has the Nintendo skin.
Yeah, it looks like a Nintendo Entertainment System.
Hence the name.
Yeah. It's a 3DS XL, and I'm going to
Yeah.
share the screen. As I can find it here.
But what about the new 3DS? That's going to be coming out soon. And...
Who cares about that? This one looks like a Nintendo.
No, I'm just saying they're going to phase out the old ones eventually and go with the new 3DS. But that's
All
the
right,
point.
here it is right here.
Let's see it.
Doing the screen share. Very good at this.
Yeah, I know that this one, also the Smash Brothers 3DS is coming out. It has all the characters on it.
Oh, it's a black screen. Wow, that looks nice. Oh, I see it.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's really small in that picture. Let me.
I'm gonna go on my GameStop website see if I can find what's called EV
There it
Games
is.
in Canada.
Look at that! Look at that!
Yeah, look at that.
It's got nostalgia all over it.
Yeah.
The new 3DS is gonna. Well, they've showed pictures of the new 3DS looking like the Super Nintendo with the purple buttons.
Mhm.
That would be cool too.
Yeah, I gotta get me an XL, man. I was in line for Smash Brothers. I saw
Oh yeah,
those
I
little
see it
kids.
here on GameStop. Yeah, I see it as well. New for $200.
Look at the box that it comes in. It even looks like a
Nintendo
Entertainment
box.
System.
Yeah, it's got the lions on the side. Like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
You shouldn't have said what it was. Robbie probably didn't know, Brian.
I shut up. I didn't know what the guesses.
All right, what do you got? Oh, look
I
at that.
got.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. I see myself. I was fucking stupid. I would recommend to people out there who haven't played this game to get the Last of Us PS4 bundle.
Oh yes.
It's $400, and you can get the game included, and play one of the best narrative-driven, story-based games of all time, and then indulge in some insanely addicting multiplayer. $400.
I
Now,
gotta
of
say,
course-
on top of that too, there's also a lot of great console bundles for the Xbox One as well. They had a lot of great Black Friday deals. I don't know if they're still going on or not, but
Hey,
if you can
fuck
pick
you,
one up-
man. We're not talking about Xbox. I'm just
Don't
bringing it
even
up
go there,
because-
Robbie.
I'm just
Don't
bringing
fucking go there, Robbie.
I'm just bringing it up because there's some deals
Hey.
on the Xbox One that are even better in some ways. So just check that out too.
You
Both
Canadians
consoles have
stepping
great
on my
prices
fucking
now.
PlayStation toes and shit.
No, I'm just
Hey,
saying.
don't say it. We're not talking about Xbox.
Okay,
I
forget
was
it.
also
Fine.
going to tell you guys to
I
pick up the
tried to
Sunset
help, I'm
Overdrive. I was also going to tell you guys to pick up the Sunset Overdrive bundle for $350. I think it's for sale until January 3rd. So $350 an Xbox One with the digital version of Sunset Overdrive. You can also get Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. $350 with the special edition console. So that was the other on my list. Thanks, Robbie.
Okay, well, the
That's
Xbox One's still
a
very
good-
valuable,
you know,
so buy
the-
that too.
The Xbox outsold PlayStation.
PlayStation for the first time.
Yeah.
Yep.
But basically, all the picks that we've done so far are all pussy picks. You shouldn't bother with any of them. What you should be concerned with here is my number one pick. This
Oh,
is the
shit.
gift that every gamer needs.
Oh, I know what this is going to be.
It is a JVC DM85UXR.
Fuck, it's a lot of letters.
That's a lot of letters, but there are only two that are important, and it's the 85. Can you guys guess what that 85 is?
Dollars?
This is an 85-inch fucking TV.
Wow, yeah, that's massive.
That is massive. 85-inch TV. Every gamer should have one, I believe, or two. You know, one for the bedroom, one for the living room. You don't, you know, sometimes you
If
want
you're
to.
not worried about breaking the bank, just buy two, you know?
Look, it's not that expensive. It's only $8,000.
Yeah, because I have that kind of money laying around.
Check
But
this
it's
out, Brian.
It is 4K as well, so it's a 4K 85-inch TV. So normally at the 85-inch range, and trust me, I know because I've got a ton of these things hanging around, is at 1080p, those pixels are about this big. So 4K is really what you need
Is this
here.
an approximate measurement, or is that exact?
That's about.
It's about this big.
Look,
What you really
I
want
wanna-
here is the 4K because that's really going to reduce the size of the pixel. It makes it look like you have a sliding glass door in
Yeah,
every room you
window.
put this thing in. No,
My
Windows
brother-
are 60-inch TVs. This thing is like there's not a wall here anymore.
Look, I got the 60-inch, right?
Yeah.
My little brother, Joe, he's in banking. And so he just recently bought a 70-inch 4K TV, right?
Uh-huh.
And I haven't seen it yet. Everybody says, Brett, go check it out. I'm like, man, fuck that dude.
Yeah.
And so he just came over day before yesterday. He beat me in Smash Brothers.
Honest,
Okay.
And then he told me he's about to get an 80-inch Samsung Curve 4K TV.
Uh-huh.
80 fucking inches.
This
I don't even
person
wanna say
is
who
no
the person-
brother. This is not a good person.
You're damn right, Brett. And the pussy wouldn't play me more than one game. He got lucky, and I
This
fell
is
off the
just
map.
shit talking right here. Shit talking your own brother too. Damn.
Now, I start off by saying I love him, man. Fuck you, Joe.
Dude, this is just
So yeah,
mean.
so the JVC 85-inch 4K TV, $8,000. But you can buy the 60-inch version of it for only $2,000. Only.
Hey, man, that's my wife's LASIK surgery. Let me ask her.
I'm
hey,
gonna get
babe,
the
you wanna be blind
60-inch version
one
for
more
above
year?
the bathtub.
Better hope that shit don't fall in there.
You know how much time I have to put into farming materials in Destiny? I need TVs everywhere.
I'm getting my wife LASIK surgery this year. Let me ask her if she doesn't mind being blind for one more year. We can have 4K. You won't be able to tell.
Look. Would you rather be able to see everything or be able to see this thing?
Yeah, that's a great. You know what, Brian? I'm gonna use that approach.
Put those glasses on and check this out.
I don't wear glasses.
Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff.
Would you rather have somebody shine a laser into your eyeball or have 4K lasers shine into your eyeball?
Oh.
Should we wrap it up, guys? We all set?
Well, that actually reminds
Yeah.
me we should get to your impossible question if you have one.
I
That'd be nice.
don't. What is better than having an 85-inch 4K TV? Nothing. It's fucking impossible.
Man.
All right, there you go. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.